What's up? Welcome to the I Am Badass series. This is Lani, and today we're going to talk about how to skyrocket your energy through the holidays. I mean, I am so far removed from like shitty family holidays where everybody fights, people get wasted, it's a nightmare, there's crying, but that used to be my life. And then not only with my own family, like when I got married, that was the life. I just was like, oh, this is what happens. Family drama, family fighting, crazy chaos and negativity. So gone are those days for me. I just wanted to share a little bit about what you can do to set yourself up. I already have goosebumps for like a really beautiful holiday, how you can skyrocket your energy, how you can thrive, and the difference between the way you're thinking now and being like, feeling like I can't say no, having the thoughts like it's my job, or it's like I have to do this because it's my family, or we have the weirdest ideas as women. It's just this, I have to do everything for everybody. I feel guilty saying, no, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that, or no, I don't want to come for 2 weeks. How dare I put my own happiness first? So the difference between the way that you're thinking now and the way you're making decisions now versus the way the woman who is happy and does thrive during the holidays and skyrocket her energy during the holidays when most people are getting sick, freaking overdrawing their bank account, fighting, getting stressed out, and getting all super wasted because they can't deal with their emotions. Before we get started, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon because we release epic videos every week. And I used to be a burnout, broke-ass, unhappy woman who on the outside was smiling and had like, I was like talking loud, so everybody thought I had like really a lot of energy, but I was dying on the inside. I know what that feels like, and you don't have to live like that anymore. That's why I'm making these videos, because I was that perfectionist. I was the woman begging for approval, dying on the inside while faking to be happy on the outside, and that almost killed me. What a miserable way to live, the way you think the way other people tell you that you should live. Ugh. Barf on your face. It's such, there's another way. Good God, that's such a cop-out for people who just don't believe in their full potential. So let's get right into it. How to skyrocket your energy during the holidays. Now, it makes me feel super proud, and it's so mind-blowing that we actually, you actually teach people how to treat you. And one of my mentors says, don't let people speak over you things that aren't true. And I can resonate with that so much, because when I would come out with these like really amazing dreams, and I would be like, I always was a big dreamer, but then I would get super easily influenced by other people's opinions. So you know how when you're like, oh my gosh, like this is it. I'm like finally going to do it. Like I'm going to invest in this program. I'm finally going to launch my business. I'm finally going to lose all that weight I've been talking about. I'm finally going to freaking get out of this crappy relationship because I'm no longer afraid to be alone. You know how when you like come out with these big dreams and then you tell somebody who's supposed to treat this dream like it's really sacred and be one of your biggest supporters, and I just call it, they clip your wings. It's like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, or are you sure there's so many other people with so much more experience? Or, oh, that's really hard. Like, oh, the chances of living your dreams are slim. Or, oh, that's just how life is. Oh, it's just how life is. It's just miserable. Oh, you're just going to gain weight after kids. Oh, you're just going to be exhausted. Oh, you can't live your dream and live your purpose and make money. You can't live your dream life. How dare you? You settle for one. And it's like, honestly, it feels like, clip my wings, why don't you? And so if you can resonate, let me know in the comments. So I would come out with these big, amazing dreams, and I'd feel on the top of the world. And then the first person that told me, the first naysayer that told me I couldn't do it, or the first naysayer that reminded me of all the other times I said I was going to do it and I quit, or of that time that their friend tried to do it and it was too hard and no good deed goes unpunished. And then, I would get so deflated. And so, when you're all pumped and then you start taking on other people's opinions, you start letting people speak things over you that you don't feel, when you just hear something and you're like, you just don't feel good about it. Like, don't fucking say that I'm going to be like overweight my whole life, or that it runs in the family. There's so many women that I meet, let me know if you're one of them, that are like, oh, it just runs in the family, like this autoimmune and they start naming these things. I'm like, that literally is coming from me hair sister. Wow. There's nothing that you can't overcome. There is nothing that you can't heal. Let me speak this over you. I believe in you and you can do it. So who are you going to listen to? The person who's never done what you want to do and who will never even be brave enough to try, and who you don't want what they have. They're unhappy. They're exhausted. They're overwhelmed. They are not living their dream life and thriving. You have the choice at this point, right? You're a grown ass woman. You have the choice. Or would you rather listen to somebody who's done it? And he was like, you kidding me? Of course you can live your dream life. Of course you can heal from that. That doesn't run in the family. You're a badass. You're a leader. And I believe in you. So today, because I've done such an amazing job of cleaning up my network, I don't have anyone that just feels free, that like, oh, I know, I'm going to message Lani and I'm going to shit on her. I'm going to tell her how horrible my day is. I'm going to tell her how miserable I am. I'm going to tell her that she's who do you think you are being so confident? I have 0 people in my world that feel free to send me shitty messages. I have 0 people in my world that feel free to bring me down when they're not feeling good. How many people do you have in your world that feel free to message you when you're feeling good, when you're, feeling on top of the road, when you decide to change, when you decide to grow, when you decide to invest, when you decide to make a move? Answer that in the comments. How many people do you have? Oh, you might say, but Lani, everyone at work is negative. It's not my fault. It's not my job. Girlfriend, you show people, you teach people how to treat you. Wow. Guess what? This is a great one. Guess what? A woman who has 0 people in her network that, this is a great idea. Let me just call and shit all over her dreams and clip her wings. Guess what kind of people she chooses to hang out with. Guess what kind of people she chooses to work with. When you are in a victim mentality and you are like, but they are doing this to me and I can't control it. It's like, I would never, ever take on a client, take on a team member, have a coach, have a colleague, anywhere with, I would never, ever choose to go into an environment, or I would never take on, I would never be around, I would never put myself in that situation, because I show people how to treat me. And in my world, we talk with respect, we talk with positivity, we talk about what we can do, because anything is possible. Say that. Someone say anything is possible. If one person can do it, 1 billion people can do it. And you ain't inventing the wheel, sister. Whatever your dreams are, there are so many women before you who have been brave, who have leaned in, who have invested, who have been courageous, who didn't listen to the naysayers, who started deciding, I'm going to teach people how I'm to be treated. And that doesn't mean we fight, and that doesn't mean we call names, because if you're calling names and if you're talking shit and if you're being resentful, then that's exactly what you're going to get in. So my network is so clean. My environment is so clean, from the way I speak to myself, to the way Chris and I communicate, to the way our families communicate. And so you have addicts in your family? Same. You have really unhappy people that that hurt themselves and fight and angry in prison? Same. My family isn't easier to get along with. It's not easier for me. The woman who has 0 people in her network that bring her down because she is all about, I am about people who are going to lift me up. No longer am I hanging out with broke ass mentality, victim mindset people. It's a decision. It's your decision. And I get that when you're so in it, and when it's your life, and when you're like, no, but this is just, like the world, it's like, I can't control this. Oh my gosh. If you have the desire to live up to your full potential and to thrive, not only during the holidays, but freaking 365 days a year, if you have the desire to live your dream life, if you have the desire to be with the love of your life and make it a positive impact and wake up to messages saying, oh my God, you've changed my life. Imagine every day waking up to messages saying, I'm so grateful for you. You changed my life. Like, I get it. I used to like wake up to messages that were like, bitching, complaining. And I didn't just like, it wasn't like, oh my God, this business, it's the life coaching business. That's what it is. I'm still in the same niche, in the same business. The world didn't change. I changed. I changed what I thought. Oh, this is my new normal. Badassness, love, respect. I'm going to treat people with respect, and that's how I'm going to hang out. People who treat me with respect. It is like night and day. So whatever excuse you want to come up with, oh, but this is why, I'm going to just have you take out your journal, write excuses in capital letters and underline it, and then put everything that came out of your mouth after when I said, teach people how to treat you. Oh, it was my work. Oh, it's my job. Oh, it's my ex. Oh, it's my, right? All of those under excuses, because they're not real. If one woman has been in the same situation as you and she has changed, she thrives during the holidays, she has energy, she's living her dream life, then of course you can. Are you kidding me? Say, of course I can. So all those excuses, and then freaking cross them out, and on the next page be like, I can do anything. I decide how I will be treated. I teach people how to treat me. So again, it's not like an anger or confrontation, but I've definitely, guess what a leader does? Guess what leaders do? Don't speak those words over me. I've had many uncomfortable conversations, and I'm not saying it's like, yay, oh my God, like you're not brave if you're nervous about this conversation. I'll tell you that with family especially, that definitely is one of the toughest places, because that's where you got that initial programming, right? They have that same programming. Most people don't grow. But if you're here with me now when you're watching this, it's because you have a desire in your heart to grow. You have a desire in your heart to change your future. You have a desire in your heart to live your dream life and be the best version of yourself. You're freaking over being a perfectionist. You're done waking up and beating yourself up and just working so hard and never feeling good enough and never feeling fulfilled. You have a desire to change your future. And so most people are just living the same 6 months over and over. It's Groundhog Day. Most people they won't change. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to put it out there. So why in the world would we go take advice from and let people who aren't willing to live a life of greatness and live up to their full potential, why would you let them speak things over you? Because what happens with family is we got this soft spot and we start to believe it. And do you think that your energy is so much more potent when you are using it to live your dreams and grow and expand and be courageous and take risks and learn and fall and get back up? Do you think that your energy is much more potent and precious there? Or by, oh no, don't speak that over me. Oh, don't tell me I'm a loser anymore. Oh, I don't want to. Which one do you think? Obviously, it's the first choice, right? Yes, your energy is much more potent and stronger. And of course, look how much faster we can get there when we're not using our energy to, oh, let me fight the naysayers, but she said I can't do it, but he said. It's not that you're like so lacking, oh my God, everybody must have more energy than me. It's like you have so many leaks in your life right now. I have 0 people that think it's okay to message me and dump on me or blame me or put me down. How many texts are you getting, messages, emails, chit chats where people are gossiping, negative, putting it? It's like, look at the energy leaks, holy moly. So if we don't look at it as, oh my gosh, my family has to change in order for me to be happy and thrive during the holidays. My boyfriend has to change. My friend, if you stop being I'll be happy when they make me happy, and you stand up as a leader and you take responsibility for thriving during the holidays and living your dream life and being the best version of yourself, then we can go inward. And it's like, dude, why am I hanging out with people that I complain about and that I always feel super crappy when I leave? Why am I saying yes to this shit when I don't want to do it and then I feel super resentful or angry after? It's like, when you can like check your own leaks before you start blaming other people for poking you, and see what I mean? It becomes so much more empowering, and that's why it can happen so fast. Because the woman who is on the struggle bus and has a life full of misery, you are waiting and waiting and waiting in the background for your job to change and your boss to change or your kids to change or your partner to change. And that, I'll tell you, that's a lifelong of misery and struggling. Yes, you're right. That is miserable years and years of, but when you go inward first, and you can't gossip and then tell other people not to gossip. Don't speak that over me if you're talking shit on others, right? You can't tell someone, oh, don't you complain, you're so negative, when you just got done bitching to your mom or your sister or your boyfriend. Do you see what I mean? Like, we actually have to be the woman that we want to be surrounded by. Like, be the friend that you want, be the partner that you want. So it goes both ways. You can't just say, I watched a YouTube video and Lani said that I'm going to teach you how to treat me if you're freaking bitching, talking shit, being negative, being complaining, or being a victim. You don't get to go around and point. Let's actually make real life changes. And this is, again, why it happens so fast. A couple episodes ago, I talked about manifesting at quantum speeds, because the woman that actually starts, oh shoot, I have this leak. I've actually been doing it to myself. The woman who's able to take that accountability and change her concept of self. So no longer am I the woman that everybody goes to and have to save everybody and I'm so exhausted. No longer am I the woman that everybody borrows money from. No longer am I the one that everybody comes to when they're having the worst day ever and dumps on me. Like, when you plug up those leaks and you change your concept of yourself, imagine how much more energy, passion, intensity, and inspiration you have to finally live your dreams. It's so amazing and it's so fast and it's so much more simpler. So again, kapooey on that list of excuses, because that's just some BS. Of course you can do it, but you don't get to sit there and be like, like a leader is this accountable woman. I imagine there's no even way a woman would even reach out to come in to work with me that's like, Lani, so all I want to do is like complain and like tell you how miserable my life is and I'm not willing. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, there's no way that's never going to happen, right? Ever, not in a million years. Why? Because I don't do that to myself or to Chris or to my coaches. So I'm very clear on, hey, I'm going to teach you how to treat me as your coach, right? Holy moly, it's so good. So obviously this was to help you during the holidays, because I understand, man, I used to dread them. I used to drink. I used to get sick. It was miserable. And now I'm like, every day I'm like pumped. I'm excited. I'm like tearing up. Last night I was literally crying like so hard in bed as I was doing my meditations and prayers and imagining before I was falling asleep. I'm like, this is such a great life. There's another way. Of course you can. How do you want to go to bed feeling? Imagine feeling so fulfilled that you're like, I have everything I've ever wanted. And so everything that comes in is a cherry on top. It's so beautiful. It's just so freeing to be this creator and understand that I can change my future by changing my concept of myself. Oh, it's so good and it's so freeing. So again, you don't have to suffer during the holidays. You can thrive. You can skyrocket your energy. Is it everyone else going to change and you don't have to do anything? Absolutely not. But you definitely can have tough conversations in a really calm way with enough conviction to be like, hey, don't speak that over me, right? I'm not that woman anymore. I've done a lot of work. I've invested and I'm not that woman anymore. So don't speak that over me. Now, we don't just want to thrive during the holidays. We want to thrive during our whole life, right? So imagine if you could 7x your energy instantly, like instantly, like Marvel instantly. It is so beautiful and it's so simple. It's just so good. It's in the quantum realm. We can do things instantly. It isn't, oh my God, 100 years on the struggle bus. Because you've been on the struggle bus, sister, and that hasn't helped you. So actually, you were built to live your dreams fast and immediately. I have an event coming up, 7x your energy live. So if you are like hungry and you have this desire and you're ready to show up, you're like, all right, I'm literally ready. Like, here we go. I've read the books. I've listened to the podcasts. I've tried the things. I've blah, 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 and nothing's worked. And I still find myself in this hamster wheel of overwhelm and exhaustion. Imagine what you can do when you 7x your energy. Gosh, the things these women are doing once they have, what did I ask you in this episode? I said, where is your energy better put? Where is it more potent and more precious and greater? Focusing on your dreams. Like, you can do things in a day that you have been struggling with for years. It is so amazing. So the step one, if you're ready and you're like, okay, this is it. It's time for me to learn how to 7x my energy. So I stop talking about being the woman I want to be and I start living and being the leader and the woman that I knew I was born to be. The link is in the description, or go to www.7xyorenergy.com. Get your ticket. Let's go. My team is throwing in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in bonuses that are just going to blow your mind and get you started now. So get in there. Thank you for listening. Let's make this the best holiday season ever, because you have the power. Say, I have the power. All right. Talk to you next week. You.